Today we're going squirrel hunting with vintage hunting gear. But first we've got to get the gear, so let's head to some antique shops local to me and go shopping. I started out by finding this really cool police helmet, and then I found the jackpot with a bunch of old hunting gear. There were a ton of knives. I found a couple of old BB guns that didn't work, so I passed on them. And then I found a cook pot. While searching for hunting gear, I also found this really cool cowboy hat. I ended up getting a old fossil bone knife to cut open the squirrel, and the cook pot that I found to cook the squirrel in after we catch it. I was still lacking the weapon to kill the squirrel with, so I went to another antique store. All right, I found our tool. We're gonna use this cannon and we're gonna kill the squirrels, which should do the job, but we passed on it. And then I found this old daisy. It was from the 1930s to 40s era, but it too was also broken, so I had to pass on that as well. So I called up a buddy, and he said that he would bring over his antique gun for us to use. But no worries, because I found this ray gun, and if I knew anything, this should get the job done. So this morning we were supposed to go squirrel hunting, but we thought, why not go out and deer hunt? I had a couple of buddies come over. Well, David got a deer, so we're gonna go look for the deer, and yeah, let's see what he got. David, I heard you got a deer.
She ducked it.
Oh, she ducked it?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah, she 100% ducked it.
All right, it's squirrel hunting day, boys. So we got Connor and David here. We got an antique pellet gun over here. Connor, tell us a little about this.
It's my dad's. I think he'd say he's had it since he was like 15.
What is it?
It's pretty old. Honestly, it has some Chinese inscription on it, so I'm not sure about a brand or anything. But yeah, that's all I really know.
Yeah, 15 years old when his dad got it. So we're gonna kill some squirrels with that today. So right now, we're having a breakfast of champions before we go squirrel hunting. We've started our hunt. We're gonna walk this creek line. Usually there's a lot of squirrels out in my backyard, and there's actually none this morning. So we're going to follow this creek. We're gonna get down in it. You just took the whole tree down with you. Like Tarzan action going over here. We came out of the creek because we got to a place where it started filling up with water. So Connor found some information about his gun. Tell us what it is.
So it's a Shanghai Model 61 pellet gun. Looking for a manufacturer year. 4 years ago, a guy on the internet said his was 40 years old. So it could be as old as like 45 years old.
Will it kill a squirrel?
Maybe.
We'll see. We're up in the tree stand. David is down there. Connor's got quarters trying to call in the squirrels. We'll see if we get any. For today, there's been no squirrels. We just need to come later in the evening. But we have this tripod stand right here, and it's been sitting out here for a while. We're gonna take it to another location, so we have another place to hunt. You guys are looking good, boys. Is that heavy at all?
Nah, not really.
No? All right. There's deer tracks all over here.
Oh.
Ooh. See, I don't know, can you guys see? I think it works. It actually is a little unlevel. I think it works. So the buddy I was talking about gave me a BB gun. It was an antique, so I had to reach out to David, and his grandpa that is now passed had a pellet gun, and David remembered about it, and he went over to his grandma's house and grabbed it. And so I feel like it's an honor for David to be able to use this today. All right, we made it to our spot, and now we're gonna wait, see if we see any squirrels. David's down there. He's got a scope on his, so he'll be able to get further range. Sit next to that tree. Alright, yesterday we didn't get any squirrels. We finally had a cold front come through. And it's like 41 degrees outside. So we're out here hunting for deer. But we're also hunting for squirrels at the same time. We gotta get something. We can't leave here empty-handed. I didn't get anything this morning, which is okay. I went back out this afternoon and I saw a squirrel and I shot at him and I missed. So what I want to see is if this old pellet gun is actually sighted incorrectly. I thought it was, but I want to see if it was me or if it was the pellet gun. It was probably me, but I made this little homemade target. I'm gonna stick it out in the trees. We're gonna test it out just to see if it's accurate. I'm gonna place that right there. Okay, let's see if I can hit it. That's pretty accurate. I moved just a little bit. That was almost dead on. You see, I didn't hit the inner circle. I wanna try again and see if I can stay more steady. All right, I'm thoroughly confused because I've been adjusting the sight and it's not changing. Check out the spread. I don't understand. Okay, apparently I was turning the wrong direction. Who would have thought? I'm inside now. That will kill a squirrel. Guys, yes, we did do it before we took the gun out. We did some test shots. We were like, hey, this is pretty good and sighted in. Shouldn't have trusted it. I would have had that squirrel earlier if I would have done this before I shot the squirrel. Now we wait again until another squirrel comes. All right, it's day 3 of hunting a squirrel, and I killed one. Okay, so I woke up probably 30 minutes ago, and my wife tells me, hey, there's a squirrel in the front yard. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I open the door, and I smoke him. And so now, actually, I don't know where he went, but I think he scurried off somewhere. It was a pretty far shot, so I'm gonna use my dogs, and we're gonna go find him. Come on, killer. So I was at the door, and the squirrel was standing right here, and I hit him. He took off right here, twirled a little bit, and I thought he went down, but apparently, I mean, he's not here. I'm not sure if he went under here. So what I'm starting to think happened is he scurried off into the creek, and I'm not going down there. It's like a 30-foot drop. I'm not finding the squirrel. Copper's still going at it though. Good boy. Hey, how about we give it up? I don't think we're gonna find him, all right? There's like 5 squirrels outside, so I'm just gonna try to position you guys as best as possible, and we'll see if we get one. I got a squirrel finally, but I know where my squirrels are going. They're going inside this tree, so they're climbing up here and going inside of it. And as soon as they get shot, and they're dying in there. So before he dies, I have an idea, and I want to see if it'll work, if it'll get him out of there. This might not be the best idea. My technique is not working. I was trying to vibrate it, and maybe he would jump out, and we'd see him run off. But I might have just had the opposite effect. I don't know. If you're a squirrel and you're looking for a cemetery, I got a tree for you. Starting to pile up. It's so frustrating. Guys, part of me is wondering if I can even get a squirrel, because as soon as I hit them, they're heading straight for the tree. And that gun, it's old, it's not accurate. I've killed 2, I know that. If the squirrel's not gonna come to me, I'm gonna go to it. I don't think my ladder's tall enough. Yeah, there's a big opening in here. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know, can you see in there? What about over there? He's in here somewhere. Guys, what you're seeing is the funeral of the squirrel. This is apparently a squirrel graveyard, so we have named it Sandy Cheeks Cemetery. I brought some gifts for the dead squirrels, because there's multiples inside the tree that are now dead, because they won this battle. I have the antique hunting gear that we started off the video for the squirrels. We got the fossil bone knife and the pot that I was going to use to cook the squirrel in. The knife was going to be used to cut open the squirrel. You win, Mr. Squirrel. That's it. Thank you for attending that beautiful ceremony of the squirrels. They beat me. Guys, again, the gun is just too inaccurate. I tried several times, but every time I'd sight the gun in, it would get unsighted. I'm done killing squirrels and not finding them. I think I heard its brother in the tree screaming at me this morning. He was crying. So, you know, I don't want to cause any more heartbreak to families of squirrels. So, I'm done. In the wise words of Sandy Cheeks, stupidity isn't a virus, but it sure is spreading like one. R.I.P. Sandy. I forgot one thing, guys.